A guten Erev Shabbos. What a day it's been. What a 24 hours for the Jewish community worldwide and all those that care and are empathetic. We all heard the most horrific things about what they did to Kfir and Ariel Bibas at 4 months old and 4 years old, strangling them to death, mutilating their body. And to make it all matters worse, if there could be any worse, is Yarden Bibas, who thought at least that he would have closure or begin the healing process with getting his wife's body back, finds out that Shiri is gone and they don't even have the body. How horrific, how painful, how sadistic in a world that's so cruel and so ignoring of Jewish pain and suffering. Yet we keep on climbing back to get their empathy. But really we shouldn't. We need to march forward. And I want to share a Dvar Torah, if I could, that maybe will give us some hope and measure of something to look forward to. In this week's Torah portion, we read two of the most famous words in the Torah. When God gives the Jewish people the Torah, and the Jewish people say, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will hear. Two of the most famous words in the Torah that we repeat constantly. And the rabbis give many interpretations on it that are so powerful. And let me share a few of them. The first one the rabbis say is just like in a marriage. Your spouse tells you to do something. Sometimes you can say, well, what do you want me to do? And then after you say, okay, I'll do it. Or you could say, no, you want me to do something, I'm going. And then afterwards say, what is it? It's a different level of loyalty and relationship and connection. And the same is true with the Jewish people. When God said, I want you to do the Torah, the Jews said right away, Nasa, first we're going to do, yes, God, you want something from us. We love you. We're in a relationship. We're going to do it. And then they said, Nishma. Then afterwards we could listen. And there's a little bit of a deeper interpretation on Nasa and Nishma. You know, sometimes I tell people, try to keep Shabbos. Try to come to Shul. Try to pray, meditate, wrap tefillin, light Shabbos candles. And they say, Rabbi, but we don't feel it. And I say, experience it, do it, and you're going to experience, you're going to feel, you're going to live it. You don't know what it means to keep a Shabbos? Try it once. And if you try it once, you're going to love it. That's what the Jew said, Na'aseh v'nishma. Sometimes in order to feel, in order to experience, in order to understand, you need to first do. The action brings that understanding and appreciation. And it's an important thing in all the way we interact with Judaism and with God and with our community. To sometimes you need Nasa before Nishma. And the third interpretation is the one that's most painful. Sometimes something happens that's so inexplicable, that's so horrifying, that's so deplorable, that's so shocking. It shocks our system to the core. There's no understanding. There's no explanation. There are no words. And at that point, what we need more than anything is Nasa. We need to do. There are no words. Maybe through doing, we will come to understand. And this is on many levels. The first level, of course, is to the IDF and to Israel. Enough listening to a world that's indifferent to Jewish suffering, to Jewish pain, to Jewish killing, to Jewish murder. It's time that Israel does what the current administration is telling them they could do and finish off Hamas once and for all. Eradicate evil Amalek from this world. Not almost, not maybe, but totally. Every building, every terrorist, everyone has to go. They're evil. But then there's also the Nasa for ourselves. What can we do? You live in Boston. You cried your eyes out. You're devastated. You're in pain. The entire Jewish world is embracing the Bibas family. We will never forget them. Those angelic, red-haired, beautiful, bright kids. The fear in Shiri's eyes as she held her babies close, knowing where she was going and trying like a mother and only a mother could do to protect her kids. But what are we going to do about it? We need to take action. We need to be prouder Jews. We need to be more connected. We need to have a stronger community. We need to give more charity towards those people who are healing the hostages and to Israel. We need to have unflinching support for our brothers and sisters. As the verse tells us in Genesis, the blood of our brothers and sisters are crying to us from the earth. We have to stand strong. We have to have community. We have to have action. Naseh, and then Nishma. Then we will try to explain the unimaginable, the unexplainable. The first thing we need is action, both from the IDF, both from Israel as a government, and from us as individuals. If there's ever a week that each and every one of us belong in Shul, wherever you may be, it's this Shabbat. Let's come. Let's make a prayer for the Bibas family. Let's pray for Yarden, who's alive and has to deal with this all. Let's pray for Israel. Let's pray for ourselves to have community, to have friendship, to have love. Naseh, let us do. And then Nishma, we will try to explain the inexplainable and the inexplicable. God bless you. Shabbat Shalom. Tomorrow is the Shabbat when we bless the new month of Adar. Adar is a time of joy, is a time of comfort. And you know what? We say Simcha Peretz together. Joy breaks boundaries. We cry, but we're going to dance. We're not going to give up on our joy, on being a Jew and being proud. Shabbat Shalom.